This is Coach Bram here, and as we continue our conversation on Seminar Club modules, we just finished our Communication Rich module, and we're on to the Time Rich module. And this is the module that really deals with discipline and how we're able to discipline ourselves to be able to do what is needed. Now, this runs throughout an entire organization or company. It starts with an individual, then it can go to your team, and then it can go to the different departments within the organization and also the entire company. So managing your time is such an important part when it comes to productivity and to be able to get to the results. So we need to be able to understand the different areas that we find ourselves in and how we invest our time or how we spend our time. Now, there's two words that we can be able to have an entire session about. When you talk about investing our time, it is really to be able to get a return on the things that we're doing. When we're thinking about spending, it's time being wasted and time that is not going to be afforded back to us. Now, to be able to understand the different areas or where we are investing our time, we must be able to understand the four areas. Sometimes we find ourselves in the area of distractions, where we find ourselves being distracted by activities within our organization. What will this look like? This looks like one of your colleagues come to talk to you about some trivial matter or some matter that is not important at this time and that can be discussed at another time. So that can be termed as a distraction. What about delusion? Delusion is where we find ourselves doing work that is not as important or it's not a major task, it's a minor task. So what can this look like? Oh, my desk looks untidy. I need to pack it up. I need to be able to put the pens in place and put the paper in place, and I feel productive. How many of you find yourselves in that position? So that can be termed as delusion. You see, when we begin to put off the work that is most important to be able to get us the results, we are procrastinating. And when the crunch time comes, we eventually find ourselves in the zone of demand, where everything is about firefighting. We're responding to this problem and we're responding to that problem. Majority of business owners and team leaders and employees and team members, they find themselves in this zone, always looking to be responding to the fires, always seems busy and occupied with work. So where do we really want to find ourselves? We want to find ourselves in the zone. And this is where we are being proactive. We are looking at things that we need to do in advance so that you can be able to be ahead of the work, be ahead of what you need to do, whether it be communicating with a customer, whether it be pre-ordering the goods that you need, whether it be preparing your marketing material. You want to be much more proactive with the work that you have to do. So this is a simple time target that we will discuss in our time rich presentation. So the time rich presentation, it is really about giving you the tools that you can use to be able to maximize your potential, to be able to eliminate those distractions, eliminate those activities that are not serving you, so that you and your team can be much more focused on what is important, focused on the major task, so that you can be able to get results. The contents of the course, it's about eliminating those chaos, those busyness, those busy activities that we're doing so that we can be able to get more control. And when we have more control, then we can be able to be much more productive. What does that mean? It helps us to be much more efficient. which saves us money. It helps us to be much more effective, which gets us the results. So we've got to be aware of those things that are sucking our time. We call it sometimes the time vampires. So be militant with your time so that you can be able to get the results. Our training dates, it's on January the 22nd and February the 3rd. Contact us at our office at 223-5583. So register. I'll